As a lead CMMC certified assessor, you've had a peek at the test, or it's not a secret what the checklist is, but you know the perspective of an inspector, what they're going to look for. So a client or a customer selecting DefenseX with someone with your certification, it's a wise choice. You're at the top tier of what an MSP provider can do. Can you explain what that means? So where in the rack and stack of certifications or abilities does a lead CMC assessor measure in other credentials?
I will say that many MSPs out there, even ones that are claiming to offer CMMC implementation services, many of them are realistically pretty new to it, and it's very rare for them to actually have certified assessor on staff. I haven't run into many MSPs that had that. At best, they had a couple of registered practitioners, which that's definitely a good certification to have, but it's probably insufficient for the scope of work that these individuals are doing. I mean, it's like the difference from somebody that did a one-day training to somebody that's been in the industry for years and that did numerous weeks of training, numerous tests and other certifications, as well as ourselves having participated in official CMMC audits. So these assessments that we're conducting, we know exactly how assessments are done, exactly what type of evidence the assessors are looking for, what the kind of standard is that everybody is feeling pretty comfortable with as far as evidence collection requirements and such. And so I do think that gives us a significant competitive edge at DefenseX, because we tailor the implementation of our CMMC implementations for different organizations exactly to provide all of the evidence, all the hard evidence of the practice that we're doing on behalf of our clients to tailor to getting a CMMC third-party assessment. So whenever they're ready for an assessment, not a surprise what the assessment is going to look like to us, not a surprise what type of evidence we need to provide the assessors. We're in a very good posture to be able to know exactly what's coming and to be able to prepare to that exact standard.
Let me take an attempt also to try to paint the picture with an analogy or a story. So if I understand correctly, you being a lead CMC assessor, if I'm thinking of, say, like medicine, we've all been to the doctor, we need doctors, basically done residency practice. You've been in hospitals, you've seen what operations are, you've seen procedures done, and then rewind the clock and go left of it. Let's say you're a knee surgeon, or you have a client that needs knee surgery. You've already seen what operations look like in the operating room. So you're going to do physical therapy and strengthen that, the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons prior to operation, so that when you go into surgery, because you've already seen what the doctor or surgeon's going to do. Is that sort of what you've had an eye on versus, say, hey, I'm a physical therapist, nothing against physical therapists, I'm a physical therapist, but if I chose this physical therapist, he or she that has not been resident trained wouldn't prepare that patient, or in this case, a client, is possibly as good as they could have been for when it came to actual, surgery time. Is that maybe an off analogy, or does that make some sense?
No, it makes sense. And yeah, just like we mentioned, like there's nothing new for us preparing clients for the CMMC assessments, and whatever the assessment is coming up, we know exactly what's going to be required of that assessment. Yeah. We know how to even prepare the assessor team with the evidence of that implementation even weeks ahead of time. Yeah. And what you'll find is that organizations that we service, that as they go through the CMMC Level 2 official assessment, those assessments will tend to be shorter than many other organizations, which is because we are able to provide almost all the evidence that we know is going to be needed anyways. And then we're happy to provide any more that's needed that, any assessment team might want. We know what that standard is. We know what's getting done out there by these C3PAOs. Many of them are familiar with our processes and procedures and with our implementation baselines already, so that they already know what they're walking into whenever they're coming to do an assessment for one of the DefenseX clients.
A little pitch out there for everyone to be safe out there during the holidays, and also to help keep your and our data safe. Make sure you're compliant, taking the proper procedures. And if you haven't begun yet, please reach out to Christian and the team at DefenseX.
And if you're a contractor out there and you're trying to figure out this whole CMMC requirement, the different components of the law, what all you have to do, whether a practice is being adequately met by your organization, give us a call and schedule a free consultation. We'll talk to you. We'll walk through the requirements of your organization with you. Potentially, if we're a good fit for one another, it'd be an honor for us to help you in your CMMC journey and get you CMMC Level 2 compliant and certified. Whenever you're ready for that assessment, we'd love to have that conversation with you.